Hi everyone, welcome to Cole's Cozy Cradle. My name is Nicole and this channel is all about life like dolls and cozy vibes. I am here with Maddie, who is my cradle cameo for the week. And also we have a guest, we have a little guest on today. This is Phoenix Luke. He is my reborn cuddle baby and he is a big cuddle baby. I don't know if you can tell like next to her because he's all scrunched up and she's like more stretched out, but if he were to stretch out and she were to sit more like this, I just accidentally untied her shoe and now I have to fix it. Videos are never dull around here. But he's about 22 inches and she is about 24, so there's not a huge difference in their size. Okay, there we go. Sorry, I was in the frame. So we are here, first of all, for Best Friends Club today. Oh, I forgot to say, she is Krabby Cakes by Ping Lao, produced by Paradise Galleries, and his head is from the Andy Awake kit by Linda Murray, and he was painted by Kelly Newcomb of Garden of Eden. I try to give the baby's info when I make videos. So, we are doing Best Friends Club for Lori at Reborn Huggles. And Maddie is wearing our first theme. I'm just gonna move Phoenix for a second and slide Maddie into the center. There we go. And she is wearing birds. So she has on this adorable Little Me set. I'm finding that I love the Little Me clothes that I have for her. So it's this dress and leggings. And her dress is white with pale pink polka dots. And then there's this pink embroidered design on the front. It's a little floral heart. And there are two little birds inside the heart. So cute. And it's long sleeve because guess what? It is freezing again here. And I gave her this big bow headband. It's just white. And then these adorable frilly satin crib shoes that were actually mine. Oh, and her leggings are just white with little bow details. So she's looking super, super cute. I love this set on her. And again, this is 6 to 9 months. It may be slightly shrunken because I have washed it and stuff, but she wears it really, really well. Like, it fits her perfectly. She's a big girl. And then Phoenix, I'm gonna just slide Maddie over and grab Phoenix and bring him back and give him his moment. Here he is. There we go. Oh, there we go. He is just wearing a simple little sleeper, and it is mint green with white sort of diamond-shaped outlines forming the print of the fabric. And that is layered over a thin, long-sleeve white onesie that has the little fold-over mitten cuffs to cover up his little cloth hands, because cuddle babies are fabric from the neck down. So the alternative was green, and so that's his contribution. And this sleeper might be my favorite piece of clothing that I have on him. I love it so much that once I put him into it, I have a really hard time taking it off. Because I love the feel of the fabric. I love how he feels because he's really squishy, soft. So I absolutely love him in this sleeper. So the other thing that we're going to do today is we are going to do some Dolly must-haves for Lynn at My Bella Blessing. I thought that this was a really cool tag. She asked us what are our must-have items for our dolls. And so together, Madeline and Phoenix are going to help me show off some of those must-have items. Now, I view this as must-haves that are not like necessities. So for instance, hair care products would be necessities. Something for your doll to wear to cover up their cloth would be, in my opinion, a necessity for a doll. So my must-have items are going to be extras that are not necessities. So without further ado, let's get into some must-haves. My must-have item number one is something for the baby to hang out in. Something that is kind of like a bed. So for this, Phoenix is modeling this adorable little reborn baby bassinet that I got from Amazon. I believe this one is made by Babeside, but there are many different ones of these, and they're all pretty much the same. But this one can accommodate up to a 22-inch baby, and it's really flexible, so it can fold down flat for storage. That's kind of another like must-have thing for me. I like my items to be able to be put away if I need them to be, because I am living in and working with a small space. So I love this because it looks realistic. He appears to be safe, even though this would not be safe for a real baby. He does appear to be safe in here and comfy. It even has the coordinating little pillow and blanket. And yet, if I need to, I can fold it flat. So I love that. I do also have a baby nest, and recently had a pack and play returned to me that I had lent to my mom for my nephews when they were young enough to need it. I am definitely not super sure about keeping the pack and play because even folded up, it is large and bulky, but that is my number one must have, a place for the baby to hang out. And I also love that if I wanted to, I could pick him up by the handles just like this without even taking him out and take him into the living room with me to hang out, or anywhere that I went. So that's my number one must have. That is the thing that I wanted most when I got my first reborn and I didn't have. So that's first up for me, a place for the baby to hang out. Must have number two is a way to carry or wear my baby, ideally hands-free. And this borders on necessity for me, but because it's not a necessity for everyone or a commonly recognized one, I have included it on my list of must-haves. So this is just a baby sling. It's kind of modeled on a ring sling, but it is in fact not a ring sling. It is straps back here that I can adjust. I'm just actually still tightening it into place. And for this, I am using the hip carry with Maddie because she is a bigger baby. I could carry a baby in many ways, and carry a baby of many sizes, from maybe like large preemie all the way through actually my child-sized doll. If I really had to, Lyndon, I could carry her in this if I really needed to. Let's see, I want her to like put her arm like she's hugging me. It's so sweet. And not only is this cuddly and nice and something that I have enjoyed doing with real babies, but it's also, it's not really just about aesthetics or even role play for me. It's practical. I don't drive, and see, my instinct is to hug her, but I don't have to. I can put my arms down and she will stay right here. If I wanted, I could actually pick up Phoenix, and let's just say that I had two babies. So here I am. I got my toddler on my hip and my infant on my shoulder. So I could do this. Now, this isn't super comfy. I don't love it, but I could do this, you know? So I don't drive. I am blind. I use a cane, and a stroller or a car seat or a carrier, like a car seat carrier, like with a handle, those are not practical for me at all. Because if I'm out walking around, one of my hands is going to be occupied with my cane, and the other may be carrying something else, or I may need it free to open a door or whatever. So for me, if I want or need to travel with one of my dolls, this is how I'm gonna do it. And you know, it has nothing to do with like wanting to fool people that they're a real baby or whatever. In fact, if I was gonna go out with her, I'd probably pull this up like this to screen her face as much as possible, to just kind of give myself some privacy, you know. And there are various ways to do this. I do actually have another carrier that is more discreet, and I could use this one in a more discreet way as well if I really wanted, but this is absolutely a must-have. At the time that I got into reborns, I was helping to care for real babies very often, and so it just came naturally to me to start to do this with my dolls. So that's my number 2. Aw, Maddie's pouting because she didn't want me to put her down. She's like, I liked that. I was enjoying that. Excuse me. I'll get you something you'll love in a minute, baby girl. So my next must-have is neutral accessories for outfits. So that is headbands, socks, shoes, bows, hats, whatever they may be. Neutral. Neutral, neutral, neutral. I mean, I'm not specifically talking about gender neutral, although those are nice too, but neutral colors. So there's a lot of white in her outfit. So I could have done many things with accessories, but I love things like her little shoes. She's like, excuse me, what are you doing, mother? This headband. It's all neutral. It could go with any color outfit. And that is a must-have for me as a blind doll collector and content creator, because I want my babies to look nice on camera. I don't want it to look like they have a blind mom. I want them to look nice. I want them to be dressed nicely in the same way that I would want myself to be dressed nicely, or if I'd had them, my real children, to be dressed nicely and presentably. So neutral accessories to go with various outfits help me to do that. There are now ways for me to check to make sure that things match, but that was not always true. And it's also reliant on the internet. So the more neutrals, the better. My 4th must-have, comfort items. I have always loved comfort items for the babies. That can be pacifiers or comfort toys. In this case, Maddie has her pacifier, and they are both holding little teddy bear loveys. Phoenix has a little muslin blue teddy lovey that all of the boys kind of share. That's another thing. I have so many babies that I don't have enough loveys to go around. And Maddie is holding a beautiful pink and cream crocheted teddy bear lovey that a dear friend of mine made many years ago, about 13 years ago actually. And she is holding that. And yeah, I just love these little loveys for the babies, and for some of them I especially like pacifiers. Not all babies to me are pacifier babies, but I just love the idea of having things for them that give them comfort, or that would give them comfort if they were real. And the little loveys can of course double as, you know, things to play with. So if I could have no other toys for them, I would still want to have Loveys. However, moving on to the next must-haves. My next must-haves are bottles and blankets, being adorably modeled by Maddie. Look at her, wrapped up in her beautiful baby Dior blanket and hugging her little bottle. So these two things don't necessarily have to go together, but I put them together for this adorable little setup because bottles, of course, give us a sense of being able to nourish our babies. So lifelike dolls are interesting because they kind of trick part of our brains. We don't believe that they're real, but part of our brain goes, that's a baby, I need to take care of it. So in that sense, having a bottle with, of course, fake milk or fake whatever liquid that you choose, can provide a sense of comfort to be able to appear to nourish the baby that some part of our, or the doll that some part of our brain registers as a baby. And blankets serve all kinds of purposes, just as they do for real babies. They're not just cute props or beautiful aesthetic backgrounds. They are also protection for our dolls, or they can be helpful in posing, as this one is with Maddie. And just a little bonus, another thing that I love to have on hand are clear hair elastics. I don't know if you can see that right there. I'm kind of drawing attention to it by pressing my finger on it. But that is holding her little hands together at the wrists so that she can hug her bottle and she doesn't need me to hold on to it. Of course, her bottle has slipped down a little bit. It doesn't want to stay put. There we go. There we go. And just like that, she can lean back and drink her bottle. So that's why I decided to put bottles and blankets together. My final must-have item for my babies are toys. So here's Phoenix. I thought he deserved a chance to be swaddled up in a cute little blanket as well. And he's holding on to this little adorable bug rattle. It has little crinkly feet. Ooh, Benson's excited about it. He's like, oh, that's mine, thank you. Anyway, I love the sensory aspect of these little toys. They're so cute. They just, especially classic toys like little rattles and things like that, just bring back happy memories of childhood, my memories start when I was really young, so I can actually remember playing with some things like that. No, excuse me, that is not for you. That is not yours. Anyway. Sorry, he's trying to kidnap. He would love to play with that, I'm sure. I'm just gonna keep my hand on it so he can't take it. But yeah, they just bring back really nice memories, and of course I can remember playing with my little brothers and sister, and they just kind of have a soothing sensory aspect for me as well. So those are my must-haves. Aw, look, Maddie's hugging her little brother and she's about to give him a kiss. Isn't that so sweet? She's a good big sister. I forgot the most important must-have of all, and it doesn't take up any space and it's free, but it is absolutely essential, and that must-have is imagination. And if you are just starting out or you're on a really tight budget and you can't have all of the wonderful props and accessories that I've just shown, I have good news for you. You can have that. And it can do more for your enjoyment of your dolls than anything else that I've shown in this video. So I hope that you guys have enjoyed seeing this today, that you've enjoyed these must-haves. I really hope that more people do this tag. I would love to hear about all of your must-haves. And thank you all so much for being here and watching, and I hope that you have enjoyed Maddie and Phoenix in their Best Friends Club Best. So until next time, thank you so much for watching. Take care, be kind, and may God bless you all. Bye.